What's up, guys? Duckapin here, and I want to talk about Death Stranding. Now, I redboxed this game. I played it for about 5 hours, and I gotta agree with a lot of people. This game is boring. It's beautiful. It has great cutscenes, but it's boring as hell. And I saw recently in an interview the maker of the game was mentioning about how Americans don't get it. It's a stranded game, and Americans. He almost called us dumb, but we're not dumb. You made a game of Norman Reedus where you just walk around a pretty field with heavy stuff. You literally made a walking simulator that's worse than DayZ. DayZ has its moments, but it's a walking sim too. But Death Stranded is literally a walking simulator. That's what you do, and then you watch your little Netflix special in between cuts that are like 12 minutes long. That's all it is. It isn't its own genre. It isn't its own thing. It's a boring ass game that someone should have told this guy, hey, no one wants a UPS simulator. They should have told him that. Like, we went from playing Metal Gear 5, which had amazing story. You can figure out different ways to beat a mission, whether you want to do stealth, all combat. You had a follower that was quiet, who was one of the coolest followers ever, who's like half naked and flirting with you all the time and sniping with you, and she was amazing. You went from that amazing game to a walking sim with Norman Reedus naked. I don't want to see Norman Reedus naked. That's gross. What the hell are you doing, Kojima? Like, seriously, Dead Stranding, I kind of knew it was going to suck the moment I saw the first trailer because it didn't tell you anything. It just showed you this weird thing with this weird baby, and that's it. And, like, I do like the baby, and I do like Norman Reedus, and I like that idea, but hell, when I was calming the baby down, my girlfriend thought I was abusing it. She's like, don't shake that poor baby. Like, the way it's portrayed, like you're abusing the baby most of the damn time, and they treat it as a tool instead of a human. I'm not down with that. And then, oh, I'm watching the story and kind of getting into it. Oh, nope, let's walk for 30 minutes. And I don't want to get into how it's hard to micromanage stuff. There was one point that I didn't know what I was taking, so I took everything out of my storage and I was carrying everything, and I couldn't do that. It was too heavy. So I tried to put back the stuff that wasn't the missions, and it wouldn't let me put it back. So I had to just dump all the stuff on the floor and only take the few mission stuff and then go to the mission and just leave all the other stuff on the floor because I have no clue how to put it back in the item inventory into your little storage where I got it. It wouldn't let me. So overall, I really didn't like this game. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was breathtaking. I thought the story was good. But the number one thing that matters in the game that makes or break it is gameplay. And when your game is a walking simulator, it's going to go nowhere. And then you come on and say Americans are stupid and just don't get it because it's difficult. This game wasn't difficult. I didn't die one time. But my soul did die from being bored of walking up and down the same damn rivers and the same damn green trails over and over with a whole bunch of crap on my back, being a UPS man. That's boring. Americans aren't dumb. Americans don't find it difficult. Americans just don't want a shitty friggin' walking simulator, okay? That's boring. I was doing that shit 10 years ago when DayZ first came out as a mod, okay? And it was a lot funner back then than it is now. Can't just make a pretty game and make us walk around and call it a friggin' new genre. Stranded is not a new genre. It's a new word of calling a walking simulator, and now we know what to avoid. I hope this game fails, so he really can get back to making Metal Gear 6, which I know he can't because the other company owns it, but still, something. Make a quiet spinoff. Do something! But stop wasting your time on this walking sim crap because it sucks. Americans aren't dumb. You just made a crappy, boring game.